Hello. Well, I am going to try and attempt to show you how I cut and maintain my pixie cut at home. First of all, to note, I am not a professional. I am not a hairdresser. I've been cutting my own pixie hairstyle for around about 10 years. So I really know my head shape. I really know how my hair works. And the other thing is, if you're going from long to short, you want a pixie cut, I would adamantly recommend that you go to a professional to start with. Have your hair cut into the style you want to before even trying to attempt to cut it yourself from long. So this is how I maintain it, and this is just maybe how you would maintain yours. Secondly, I'm going to show you the tools I use. So obviously, it goes without saying, scissors. Second, a hand mirror of some kind and a large mirror in front of you. Now, I normally stand in front of a bathroom mirror to do this, so I can get a reflection of what I'm actually doing in the mirror. But I don't have that, so I'm going to have to try and do it in front of the camera. So, scissors, hand mirror. Now, the other thing I've got, which for me is essential, is a razor cutter. Now, this one I got from Amazon, and it is a Tony and Guy one. Get a good quality one. Don't get the ones that come with the fixed blade that you can't change, the plasticky ones. These are far better. And you just replace the blade with these regular old-fashioned razor blades. So I'll show you the way it works. You just pull that catch aside. Now be careful. Yeah, you pull this catch aside like this. Be careful when you're doing that, because the end of the blade will flop open. You can see my hairs from last time. Carefully remove the razor blade, because they are really sharp and you don't want to cut yourself. So then I just get rid of any hairs that might have been in there for the last time. Really carefully again, because these are extremely sharp. You just unwrap your razor blade, being extremely careful, like I said. So you unwrap your razor blade, unwrap it like this, and then you just lay the blade inside. There's two little slots. You just lay your razor blade in like that, close this, and then lock it like that. Now, it's got two sides to it. The side to this side is obviously cuts a lot shorter. This side will cut it not so short. I generally use this side to just trim down those hairs, you know, the extra hairs that you get in your neck. I use this side for cutting the rest. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see better. You can see the bags under my eyes. So I give it a really good shake. I've washed it, I've conditioned it. Okay, so this is how I do it. I take my scissors. I start just here. I don't cut anything off the fringe way. So I start about here. And I do this all by feel now, because I know my hair pretty well. So I start here and I literally pull my hair up like this, and then I cut along. Be careful not to cut your knuckles. And then I just go backwards until I reach the back side. So pull that up. My philosophy is always be conservative, because you can take it off but you can't put it back on again. So just be conservative when you're trimming your hair. So I just pull that up and then I just cut those bits off. I'm not cutting it too short because it's already quite short as it is. That's how I like it though. And just keep going back until you get to your crown, which is here. Now, do not cut this too short, because if you do, it will end up sticking out all over the place like a big hedgehog. So I keep going back until I get to about here. So this will be the last one that I cut. And then I just go through it again, making sure that I have got, that's the side bit, making sure that I've got it even. So I just keep going through until I'm sure that I've got it to the length I want it, avoiding that crown part for the minute. Oh, sometimes it's really difficult to line the scissors up. Because I'm doing this without a mirror, remember. So when I've done that part, I then move to the sides of my hair. So same thing again, I start here, and what I do then is I pull the hair out to the side like so, and then I cut along those lines and I go round. Being careful of your knuckles all the way. Avoiding that crown part. And like I say, I've been doing this a long time, so I know exactly how my hair falls. So I've gone all the way around like that. So top bit you cut upwards, side bits you cut sideways. Give it a good shake. You are going to get very hairy, so wear a top that you're not bothered about getting hairy, obviously. So now there's that part is done. Then what I use this for is I go around the sides with it. My hair is all different colours, so I've got some grey patches here and some dark patches, so it can make it look uneven, but it isn't, it's just the grey. So then I use this and I just pull this down making sure you get that small corner, the shorter section. So I do the sides, and then I brush this forward to make sure I get those edges just here. And then I do the same all the way round, not up here, but I want to cut this into the neck. So this is longer, remember, because you don't want your crown to be sticking up. So I use this, and then I use this to tuck my hair into the back of my neck. Really easy, cuts it off in a good length. And then I do the same with this side. Again, be very careful because you don't want to cut too much off, so just be conservative. And dogs are going to bark now. Then the next thing I do, so I've been all the way around the back, tightened that all in. If you want to, sometimes I do this, just to get it more even, sometimes I'll take this and I will very carefully comb it, literally like a comb. I'll do it this side. Be careful. You can take it off, but you can't put it back on. Now for the fringe, I like my fringe really kind of short. So I don't use scissors for this part, but I pull it down like this. And then I literally take this and I pull it across my fringe this way. And maybe across this front part so it all gets blended in. Like I say, it takes a little bit at a time, not too much. And for the hairs right at the back of my neck, I'll then use this. So I'm talking about these hairs here and also the lengthways like that. I take this, which is the bit that cuts it much shorter, and I cut that, and sometimes I do right at the very ends, all the way around, just to tidy up those neck hairs, and also make this as short or as long, because this bit cuts a lot shorter, remember. So I just use that, take off my neck hairs, do that all the way around. So you can see I've got how I've cut it. I've got a lot of texture in there, not too short on the crown, so you don't end up with hedgehog hair. And this is how I like it. So it's really easy to do. And then you can always, if you see, I go round it quite a few times, several times, and just take that little bit extra off if I feel like I need to. You can take it off, but you cannot put it back on, remember. So just check round everywhere. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. The side bits here, I like them blunt across here. So I literally just take the scissors and cut them across that way. So I end up with blunt sides the way I like it. Now for these bits, you want a nice tidy edge round there. So I brush this forward and then I just take my scissors. Oh, this is really difficult to do without trying to do it for you. And then I just trim all round the edges so I get a nice tidy line around there. And to do the side bits, I take my scissors and I go up this way. And then I usually take my scissors round this way and I cut in a downwards motion as well. And also I follow the hair around quite tight into your ear. You don't want it right the way up here. So I use this and I cut round the backs of my ears too. So next is how I style it, and just double check again that I've got everything that I want and it looks okay. So this is what I mean about easy hairstyle to maintain. I get my hair dryer and I'm sitting on the cord. Oh, gosh, bear with. Switch the hair dryer on. Brush, blow all the hairs away because you're going to be very hairy. So once that's done, I then double check everywhere that I'm liking how, look at that grey patch there. Got like a grey spot. Go round, make sure I'm happy with everything. And I am. And then what I use to style it, you don't need anything to style it if you don't like styling products. But the one that I use is the bed head, and it is texturizing putty. It's very gloopy and you do not need much of it if you've got short hair. So looks like this, smells lovely. That's why I like it. So you just take a little bit like this. You don't need much at all because if you've got short hair like mine, so you just take probably a little bit less than that actually. I'm gonna scoop a bit back in. So that's what I use. Rub that between my fingers and then put that through. And it just adds a little bit of texture if you want it. And then I use a bit on the edge of my fringe. You can spike your fringe up, or you can do this. So you've got your hair blown back. Sometimes I like it like that. Other times I like it down. So just scrunch it all in. Scrunch it in, get it how you like until you're happy. So you don't need very much. So that's another reason why short hair is great, is because it's economical on products. So now I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see. Okay, and there we have it. That is how I cut my pixie hairstyle at home. But like I said, I'm not a professional. I know my head very, very well. If you're going from long hair to pixie, I recommend you get it cut by a professional the first time. And then if you want to have a go at trimming and maintaining it, then this is the way I do mine. So I hope I haven't made too much of a pig's ear of that for you, because it's really difficult trying to film. I'm just using the viewfinder in there to be able to see what I'm doing. But that's how I do it. So thank you for watching. I hope it's been helpful, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye.